safer world is possible, and together we can and will make it happen. Thank you.
When you show up in community, you find that group that makes you feel like home, but oftentimes you also find yourself again.
Either she made Kate cry or Kate made her cry over flower girl dresses. And then she made her staff work. And now she actually got married on this day, but she said she got married on that day. Well, that's it. That's it. That is the smoking gun. I mean, what else can we say that would make Meghan Markle a worse person? Get out of here. These little, it's dumb. Bring us something real. Then we can all get crunk about it.
Haters slamming Meghan are nothing short of delusional. They spew vitriol and nonsense, completely oblivious to the reality of the situation. These clueless individuals have the audacity to criticize one of their own, all in a pitiful attempt to appease their masters. When challenged to provide concrete examples of Meghan's wrongdoings during the period from 2016 to 2020, when she remained largely silent, the haters are met with a deafening silence, as if the crickets themselves are mocking their baseless accusations. Their unwarranted attacks only serve to showcase their own ignorance and desperation, while Meghan continues to rise above the noise, unfazed by the rantings of these delusional and clueless individuals. The haters' attacks on Meghan are nothing but the ramblings of the delusionally misinformed. They blast her without a shred of understanding, driven solely by a desire to please their masters. Their ignorance is staggering. They fail to even acknowledge the years of silence from 2016 to 2020, during which Meghan was relentlessly criticized despite keeping her head down. These so-called critics are nothing more than clowns, unable to see past their own biases and prejudices. When challenged to explain their baseless claims, the only response is the sound of crickets, a deafening silence that speaks volumes about the weakness of their arguments. Meghan Markle has demonstrated an unwavering resilience in the face of unrelenting attacks from her critics. Undeterred by the constant barrage of negativity, she refuses to be silenced, bravely continuing to advocate for the causes she holds dear. Her critics may attempt to undermine her, but Meghan remains steadfast, her voice echoing louder than their misguided attempts to discredit her. Even when she chose to step back from the spotlight between 2016 and 2020, the haters continued their delusional tirades, unable to comprehend the strength and purpose that drives Meghan's pursuits. Yet, through it all, she persists, a shining example of grace under fire, inspiring others to stand up for what they believe in, no matter the obstacles. The haters who love to criticize Meghan Markle are the epitome of hypocrisy. They eagerly pounce on every perceived misstep, lambasting her for the slightest transgression, while conveniently ignoring all the positive work she has done. These so-called critics fail to hold themselves to the same lofty standards they demand of Meghan, happily turning a blind eye to their own flaws and shortcomings. It's as if they believe they are immune to the scrutiny they so gleefully heap upon her, blissfully unaware of the glaring double standards they employ. Their relentless attacks reek of a deep-seated jealousy and an inability to appreciate the genuine efforts Meghan has made to use her platform for good. When pressed to account for their baseless criticisms, these haters are often left shuffling awkwardly, their arguments reduced to the chirping of crickets. The haters of Meghan Markle have truly descended into a realm of pure ridiculousness, engaging in baseless claims and attacks that only serve to undermine their own credibility. These so-called critics are nothing more than petulant jesters, donning the metaphorical clown makeup as they spew their delusional narratives. They seem utterly oblivious to the fact that their incessant, unfounded criticisms only further cement Meghan's status as a resilient and admirable figure, even in the face of such relentless clown-like behavior. When one dares to ask these haters what exactly Meghan did during her years of relative silence from 2016 to 2020, the resounding response is nothing more than a chorus of crickets, a clear indication that their attacks are rooted in nothing more than blind prejudice and a desperate need to please their masters. Meghan's unwavering spirit shines through, even in the face of relentless criticism. Her detractors may try to knock her down, but she refuses to be deterred, staying true to her values and beliefs. Meghan's resilience is truly inspiring, as she continues to forge ahead, undaunted by the naysayers. While her critics may think they can derail her, Meghan's strength of character is unshakable, and she remains steadfast in her convictions, setting an example for all those who aspire to live with authenticity and purpose. The haters' inability to provide concrete examples of wrongdoing is deafening. They resort to peddling rumors and hearsay, desperately grasping at straws in a futile attempt to discredit Meghan. Yet, when pressed to engage in substantive discussions about her meaningful work and advocacy, they fall eerily silent, revealing the hollowness of their critiques. It's as if they fear that any genuine examination of her accomplishments would shatter the fragile narratives they've constructed to please their masters. Their delusional attacks only serve to highlight their own insecurities and lack of understanding, leaving us to wonder what they were doing in the years Meghan remained silent, but was still relentlessly vilified. The haters' relentless attacks on Meghan are nothing more than a transparent attempt to please their masters. They are so blinded by their own biases and delusions that they can't even see the irony of their actions. These so-called critics claim to be defending some imagined moral high ground, yet they conveniently ignore the fact that Meghan remained silent from 2016 to 2020 and was still the target of their baseless criticisms. It's clear that their agenda has nothing to do with truth or justice, but rather a desperate desire to appease the powers that be, even if it means tearing down one of their own in the process. Meghan Markle's unwavering commitment to making the world a better place is truly awe-inspiring. Despite the relentless criticism and attacks from bitter, delusional haters, she has consistently risen above the noise, using her platform to uplift and inspire others. From her tireless advocacy for women's empowerment to her heartfelt efforts to support mental health initiatives, Meghan's positive impact on the global community is undeniable. Her courage and determination in the face of adversity are a testament to her strength of character, serving as a shining example for all who aspire to create meaningful change. As we celebrate Meghan's remarkable achievements, let us be reminded that the true measure of a person lies not in the hurtful words of their detractors, but in the lasting legacy they leave behind.